Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first Flash Series webinar. This is our Hannahpin's new 20-minute webinar series. My name is Jamie Newton. I am the Communications Manager for Hannahpin Marketing. And today we're going to be talking about the Bing Ads Intelligence tool with our good time friend, or a longtime friend, Eric Couch, who is an account manager at Bing Ads. Hey, Eric, how you doing today?
Hey, Jamie, I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. Eric, do you want to tell the audience a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Before we get to that, I just wanted to thank you for letting me be part of, I guess, the inaugural Flash series. It's kind of a new format. I'm really excited to see how it goes because basically it's the lightning round version of webinars. So it's going to be all the top level tips that you can use to get started with the Bing Ads Intelligence tool. And yeah, I'm excited to be a part of this. So thanks for having me. So a little bit about me. So one second here. My name is Eric Couch. I'm a Bing Ads Search Account Manager at Microsoft, specializing in agencies. I'm also a digital marketing speaker at different conferences like SMX, HeroConf, and the Bing Ads Connect series. I'm a digital marketing writer at Search Engine Land, PPC Hero, the Bing Ads blog, and SEMrush. I'm also a PPC trainer and educator. And, just as an added bonus, I'm also a lover of all things Fast and Furious. You can also connect with me at any time. I'm on Twitter at eCouch11, also on LinkedIn too. So if you have any questions about the content that I'm talking about on today's webinar, yeah, feel free to ping me on either of those platforms, and I'll be happy to get back to you.
Well, great. Well, Eric, thank you so much for being here. I couldn't think of anybody better to start off this webinar series with. So we really appreciate you being here, and we're excited about your presentation.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to present.
So just a few housekeeping items. If you want to join the conversation today, please join us on Twitter at the hashtag ThinkPPC, or if you have questions, use the webinar question box, which is in your control panel. We'll be compiling those, and we will ask those at the end of the presentation during our live Q&A. All right, so before we get started with the content, we have just one question for you guys. So how do you manage your accounts? Are you part of an in-house PPC team? Do you do all the marketing, including PPC? Do you work in an agency, or are you a consultant? So Eric is actually a former Hannahpin Marketing account manager, senior account manager.
I prefer the term alumnus.
Say that again.
I prefer the term alumnus, so I'm an alumni.
Alumni, I love that.
Yeah.
And Eric, how long were you with Hannahpin, and how long have you been with Bing?
So I was with Hannahpin for about 3 years, and I've been with Bing for about the last 8 months or so.
Great.
Yeah, so I mean, I've worked with pretty much everybody on that list there. So I've done a little bit of work with direct clients here, so the in-house PPC teams, the consultants too, kind of near and dear to my heart. But the agency folks, they're definitely my people. So if we have a few of those, a few of you here on today's webinar, I'm really happy to see you here. But also the kind of the self-made marketers, do all the marketing yourself. Hopefully, we'll have a nice amount of tips for all of you.
Yeah. Well, let's look at our results here. It looks like, wow, 45% are part of an in-house PPC team.
All right.
27% do all the marketing. Wow, you guys are the superstars. And 27% work at an agency. Unfortunately, no consultants today, but that's a great mix of different kinds of marketers. So welcome, everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, Eric, I'm going to kick it off to you. Go ahead.
Without further ado, so yeah, the lightning round of PPC in the Flash series. So let's get started because we got a lot of ground to cover, and I think at this point only about 15 minutes to do it. So what we're going to cover today with the Bing Ads Intelligence tool, I'm going to tell you how it can help you supercharge your keyword research. I'm also going to tell you how you can analyze your device trends, traffic trends, and demographics with this tool. I'm also going to show you a few easy keyword templates that can help you streamline your workflow. I'll also show you, or at least tell you about some of the broad match opportunities and search terms that will show you in this tool, and also the bulk sheet functions included in this Excel plugin that do the heavy lifting for you. So first things first, what is the Bing Ads Intelligence tool? Well, basically, it's an Excel plugin that you can use with Microsoft Excel version 2007 or later on PCs. And basically, it allows you to get keyword suggestions or download your existing Bing Ads account and then perform keyword expansion for existing ad groups. You can also get insights on traffic opportunities and bid optimization strategies. You can easily build lists of relevant keywords with real query data from the Yahoo Bing Network. And you can create bulk sheets with generated keywords and bids that can be seamlessly imported into Bing Ads or the Bing Ads editor. So this is a plugin, so it's right there in Excel. So the benefit to that is that you get all of the bells and whistles that you expect with Excel, but with these keyword lists right there, it kind of takes out the step of having to download it from the interface, sort the data, kind of look at the things you want to look at. It's right there in Excel, so you can sort it, you can filter it, you can even graph directly off of it without the extra steps of downloading it. So how does that apply directly to PPC? So keyword research. You can supercharge your keyword research with filterable, sortable data directly in Excel. So what does that look like? So right here, I'm showing you basically what it looks like in the Excel interface. It's a ribbon up there. It's a tab up there where you can plug in your account credentials and then play with any number of these buttons up here. So we have keyword suggestions, traffic, performance, more research options up there, along with some stuff that pulls directly from your account, like auction insights. So how it works is basically you type in your core term, your seed keyword here. So right now, for the purpose of illustration, using patio furniture. I figured since it's kind of the height of summer, that's pretty top of mind for most people. So here I have my keyword patio furniture, and all I do is click that keyword suggestions box, and then it comes up with some options here, like what do I want to see? Do I want to see device breakouts? Do I want to see, do I want to create a new spreadsheet or just a new worksheet? But then once I've clicked that button and kind of made my selections, it then automatically generates these keywords and their different match types, and then the different metrics from the Yahoo Bing Network. How many searches were there for this? How many impressions, clicks, the average CPR and the CPC, and then it also gives some tailored estimations for bids. So what would I need to bid on the furniture keyword, broad match, to show up in mainline 1? What about just regular mainline or on the sidebar? So it can give you a really good place to start. It's kind of a starting point for all of your bids on these different keywords. And so the nice thing here, like I mentioned, this is all filterable and sortable. So you can see the different buttons down there next to each of those column headers. So if I click on that generated keyword drop-down menu, I can filter or sort. In this case, you can see on the data itself, I've actually filtered by what's spent the most. And then I can do the same thing with what's gotten the most impressions, clicks, searches. I can, if I wanted to get rid of keywords in there that said, I don't want to target any keywords that have the term sale in it, or clearance, or online, well, you can create a text filter that gets rid of those keywords and those results. So I love this feature just because it takes a lot of the grunt work out of downloading it from an account. It's right here. It's automatically generated. It takes literally seconds to do. But it also has more features. So you can also crawl your site for keywords. So in this one, I'm targeting Microsoft.com. And one of the very first things I learned in PPC about keyword research and about account structure and all these other different tips is that the best place to start is your actual web page, the client's site, because it has all the suggestions, like all the keywords, the way people talk about their terms, the way they market those terms. It's all right there. So you hit that more research button, go to web page keywords, and then it automatically crawls and gives you like the most relevant terms here. So in this case, Microsoft is a huge company, so we've got a lot of different terms that show up, but you can actually drill down to any different URL. So if I wanted to go to the Surface page specifically and start getting those keywords, I can do that, or Excel or Power BI. So that is available. You can drill down to any number of URLs, like even down to the page level, as opposed to like just the home page. But what about keyword trends? So we found keywords, but what about like actionable insights based off of those keywords, off of those terms? So you can find actionable device, demographic, and seasonal trends with Bing Ads Intelligence. And so how do you do that? Well, in this case, I'm going to show you the traffic tool. So we're using our same seed keyword of patio furniture. If I click on that traffic button instead of keyword suggestions, I can actually start generating traffic data for this specified keyword. So I'm looking at devices here, desktops and laptops, smartphones and tablets, looking back over the course of the last year, starting on July 1st, 2014. And I'm looking at it month over month, and it's actually giving me the traffic volume over that time period. So I know you can get some of that insight in stuff like the campaign planner tool, or even plenty of other tools like I think Google Insights is another one. Shows you the traffic trends over time, but here it's directly in Excel, and you can also break it out by the different devices and filter by that too. So if you want to see just mobile traffic, you can do that, or tablet traffic, and you can see how those different devices compose or make up the whole of all the searches you're getting on that particular term. But you can also look at different things like device and position. So this is a keyword performance report taking a look at this patio furniture keyword. And what I've done here in this report is once I take a look at this keyword performance and split it out like this, I can actually see how these metrics change over the different positions, so and by device. So I have patio furniture here broken out by device and then by position as well, so I can see what's the average bid for patio furniture from mainline one on desktops, and how does that compare to what I'm seeing on patio furniture on smartphones? So in this case, the total cost is definitely weighted towards the desktop and mainline one. The average bid on smartphones is about 5 to 10% less. But we're also seeing a big difference in the impressions and also the click-through rate on these different positions. So one really cool thing to point out here is kind of the drop-off in click-through rate once you go over to sidebar. It's much more pronounced than you're seeing on the desktops. So on desktops in mainline one, the CTR is about 5%. On smartphones, the mainline one is about 1.88%, but then it drops off much faster once you start hitting the sidebar, just because there's not that much real estate on mobile devices. So this is some interesting stuff you can think about when it comes to tailoring your device bid modifiers. But you can also take a look at stuff like demographics, which is really cool for Bing Ads because we allow the ability to use demographic bid modifiers with your search campaigns. So with this patio furniture keyword, I can look at age group and gender, also split out by device, and can kind of tailor my bid modifications that way. So for this patio furniture keyword, maybe I want to bid a little bit less aggressively on my smartphones in the age 50 to 64 demographic, but really bid those up when it comes to stuff like desktops and laptops. And yeah, so you can also get age ranges, breaking it out from 18 to 24 all the way to 65 plus, and then also male and female demographic information too. But you can also, so if the automatically generated stuff isn't to your liking, you can also generate thousands of keywords with pre-selected templates, taking the manual labor out of keyword research. So I'm a big fan of building out my keyword lists manually with a lot of find, replace, copy and paste in Excel. But you don't necessarily have to do that anymore because there are these templates here. So we have holiday templates here with this patio. So ignore the patio furniture stuff. This just provides you a generated list of keywords. They're going to get a ton of traffic. So we have seasonal keywords, we have retail keywords, so what keywords are expected to really pop for this holiday. But we also have travel keywords, like what destinations are going to be really popular over that holiday season. And it gives you the estimated reach and the match type and the position, the first page bid, and it gives you a suggested bid, and also the ability to select these keywords. So you can say yes or no, and then generate a bulk sheet off of that to implement in your account. But we also have keyword generators. So I'll provide a comprehensive list of all the different templates we have, but for this particular feature, this is just a keyword list generator where you can use different seed keywords, modifiers, prefixes, suffixes to generate a list, and it gives you a traffic estimation off of that. So we have using buy new car, so that's our top line keyword here. We get searches, impressions, and the average bid for that. But we can also create like these different word order lists off of this, and we can get an idea of what kind of keywords are actually going to get traffic off of this. And you can modify this in real time and then refresh that data, and it'll provide you new data off of that. So if I instead wanted to do like, so we have buy new car here, what about buy new truck, buy new anything else, and then refresh that data, it's automatically updated. So it's really handy, and it's kind of the halfway point between going totally automatic with your keyword generation, but going a little bit beyond just the manual, like I'm going to type out these keywords and then copy and paste over and over. So this is really a really good way to find discoverable keywords that maybe you hadn't thought of by just combining some of these lists together. And then the full list here, so we have holiday keywords, seasonal, retail, and travel. There's a search query insights dashboard. For those of you with a heavy social presence, we also have tweet-based keyword expansions. We also have seed keyword modifiers, a geographic expander that allows you to add geographic locations to the beginning or end of any of your keywords. There's also keyword expansions filtered by KPI. So if you want to look at some of these automatically generated lists, but filter out some of these like low search volume or like high CPC terms, you can do that. You can also look at a plural singular keyword generator, which may be a little bit less useful in a post-close variance world, but there's also a word order randomizer and then that keyword list generator that we saw. So there's a ton of stuff in there for those of you who maybe want a little bit more control over your keyword lists than just the automatic stuff. But there's also keyword opportunities. You can view your account's custom broad match opportunities and their search terms directly in Excel and import them into your account too. So this requires active data. So I'm using a demo account here, so I don't have any broad match opportunities to show you, but this pulls directly from the Opportunities tab. And it also, you can see the kind of queries that they'll bring in, also coming from that Opportunities tab. And then you can post them directly to your account right from Excel, all through those ribbon tools up there. So it's the broad match opportunities, the broad match search queries, and that apply keyword button directly in Excel. And it really streamlines the process if you like using those opportunities that you find in the Opportunities tab. But you can also use keyword bulk sheets. So you can create custom bulk sheets ready for upload with the click of a button. So remember that patio furniture keyword that I showed you. So we broke it out. We saw furniture, outdoor patio furniture. Basically, what you can do is highlight any of these keywords in that automatically generated list, and you can filter these. So all that stuff that I talked about before still applies. It's whatever you've highlighted in that generated keyword field. If you go up and press that Create Bulk Sheet button up there in the Keyword Research and Account section of the ribbon, it'll then give you the option to export that into another spreadsheet, a bulk sheet that you can upload directly through the Bing Ads editor. So here I've selected keywords in the column going from row 5 to 33. I'm looking for match type broad, but I can also do exact or phrase. I can then select what kind of bid I want to target there. And it's using that account tailored estimation over on the right-hand side of the screen. You can also then designate which campaign and which ad group they're going to go into, whether it's going to be a new one or or one that's pre-existing. And then you can open up the bulk sheet, and it'll actually give you all of this right here ready to upload. So it gives you the keyword, the campaign, the ad group, and the bid directly ready to upload. And I know with just a few small tweaks, this is also pretty close to ready for upload into AdWords too. Now, it's not going to go all the way to write your ad copy. I mean, this tool is pretty awesome, but it's not quite that awesome. It's not going to write ad copy for you. That still falls on you guys. But it does provide you with these keywords right away with bids ready to go. So you can upload those into the Bing Ads editor right away. So how to get started? You can download the Bing Ads Intelligence from the Tools menu in the Bing Ads UI, but you can also find it online really easily. It requires Microsoft Excel 2007 or later, and unfortunately this is PC only, but you have to enable the Bing Ads Intelligence plugin in your Excel options, and you have to log into your Bing Ads account to use your new tools. So a short 4-step process to get started, but it's a really powerful tool because it combines a lot of the insights that you've expected from like your PPC accounts and from Bing Ads, but also it makes use of the PPC marketer's best friend, and that's Excel. And that's kind of why I'm kind of over the moon about it, because Excel is already super useful. You can run, you could literally run pivot tables for days off of the stuff I showed you in there, because it has all the same Excel functionality like built in. And it's just all right there at your fingertips. So I can't recommend it enough. Play around with it, see what you can find in there. Use the automatic stuff, use the manual stuff, and just go wild. It's a ton of fun. So I guess that brings us to our live Q&A. I think we're right at the 20-minute mark. So Jamie, how'd I do?
You did great. You went through that really well. And we just got a couple of questions, and I think for the most part you answered them. Um,
Okay.
but the first one was, if I work on a Mac, can I use this? And I know you said we can't, PC only, right?
Yeah, PC only for now. I know that breaks my heart to tell you that. So for you, you'll still have to just download some of those keywords directly from the interface. Um, but yeah, so PC only and Excel 2007 or later.
Gotcha. All right, and the last question is there any reason this tool can't be used for research for our AdWords campaign?
There is absolutely zero reason why it can't be. So just the one caveat is that the data we pull in is for the Yahoo Bing Network. So it's not going to be, so like the impression volume and the searches aren't necessarily going to be there. But otherwise, like the keyword generators and the automatic suggestions too, like let me put it like this. So on that generated list that we saw, Furniture Broad Match had the highest level of traffic. I'm reasonably sure you're going to see the same thing on the AdWords network, on the AdWords search results page. So there is no reason why this can't be used for AdWords either.
Perfect. All right. Well, I that concludes our questions, and that's perfect. We're just about at 20, a little over 20 minutes. Um,
All right.
so thank you, Eric, for joining us today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the webinar. If you have any feedback, and if Eric, you can go to that last slide. If you have any questions or if you have any feedback, please feel free to email us at marketing@hannafinmarketing.com. Or if you have more questions for Eric, you can find him on Twitter at eCouch11. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys. And thanks, Jamie. Thank you so much.
You.